follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mitch Moss along with Pauly Howard. We're live in downtown Las Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino, and we are loaded to the gills today. Thanks for checking in, watching the show on YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM Channel 158. Steve Wiss in 30 minutes. Best bets in soccer this weekend. David Baker on the program coming up in 1 hour. He's going to be in studio, professional poker player. He has won a big contest out here in the past. That was the pandemic year. He took down the Westgate Super Contest, finished second the same year at Circa Millions. We'll talk about that and betting strategy in Survivor this year. Mike Palm studio and Matt Humans a little bit later on as well with some best bets week one college football. How you doing today?
Good. You all right?
I'm just my cage has been rattled now the entire summer by these baseball results.
Yeah, of course Verlander was lights out. Of course the Giants beat the Cubs. You know, of course the Phillies lose again, get 5 runs and can't beat the Mets.
You know what they're going to do? So they'll win tonight when they have their weakest pitcher going of the bunch.
Yeah.
You know, in the 3-game set here. And, you know, Paul, what lead is safe?
Yeah, last night that was, I pretty much said that's it. We're on to football now. That was just vomit-inducing what happened. Blue Jays 4-0, 4-3 in the 9th, blow it. White Sox and under, 4-0 in the 8th, 4-2 in the 9th. Yep. They blow it. Huge win for Kansas City, and also there was history in that game.
Yeah, how about this? Martin Perez was going for the White Sox. Great tweet here from OptaStats. So he became, think about this for a second. This sums up baseball. It puts it in a nutshell, specifically betting on baseball to me personally. Martin Perez became the only major league pitcher in the modern era to toss 7+ shutout innings, allow only 1 hit or none, and leave with a 4+ run lead and yet not get the win. I'm stunned I didn't have the White Sox last night.
Yep. Martin. Oh, Martin. Okay.
Oh, Martin.
Oh, Martin.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got my vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
That was, and then hold my beer. How about Padres first 5? That's what the Padres said. 5-0 bottom of the 5th. No, you can't even get a push. A 6 spot by Seattle. Padres win the game, but it was 6-5 Seattle at the end of 5.
So imagine you have a bet on the Padres first 5, but not for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, as you tweeted out last night during all the chaos in baseball, you have to have a bottle of whiskey and a revolver to bet the sport. It's every single day. It's endless. You can't trust any of these bullpens for the most part. And then just the beats that come in. It's all day long.
That's a great point. Guess who's got the worst bullpen ERA this month? Toronto. They're spitting up leads.
I'll give you another one.
No lead save for the Brewers.
I was going to say,
where you going?
Yes, the Brewers
bullpen.
So here's the thing, right? Here's one of the reasons why I bet the most wins in August. They play 30 games. They need a day off like I need air.
Yeah.
And so they don't have a day off for the rest of this month. They don't have a day off until like sometime next week. In fact, the wraparound here, they don't have a day off on Monday.
Yeah.
I think they play a 3-game set against Philadelphia, and then they have a day off on Tuesday, which is absolutely bizarre. Mm-hmm. But they blew another lead, and they somehow hung on to win it. But that's 6-0, 6-3, 8-3, 8-6, 8-7, 8-8, then they win 9-8. Yeah.
And while you were talking to Montesano, nice guy who's on the show tomorrow, and also the real Mr. ACL who we just met, the Rays blew it. It was 3-2 Rays in the 9th, and Cleveland just walked it off, too. So, absolute abomination what's going on with these bullpens. It's what Rivera did that makes the thing so impressive. Because you would think it can't be that hard to get 3 outs.
Right.
But it's always a fiasco and a circus.
Well, just like, go back to, what was it, game 1 of this Phillies-Mets series. They brought in Duran in the 9th, and it's like hit, game over. Or was that last night? I'm getting my days confused here, but it's like, you can't, that guy.
And he blew once against the last series.
Right. He was the gem, basically, one of them at the very top of, any team could land right at the trade deadline. He was it. And all these teams need so much help. Let's go out and get him. He's not gonna screw us over down the stretch. Okay, how'd that go this week? And again, we talk about this almost every single day. What's the stinky line? And you brought this up right away to begin the show. The stinky line yesterday was the Cubs at Verlander and the Giants. At the time that we discussed it, as low as minus 133.
Yeah.
Never a doubt. Rocking chair winner, basically, if you had the Giants.
Yeah.
Cubs did take a 2-1 lead at one point, but that evaporated immediately.
Yep. After losing 11 of 13, the Giants have won 3 in a row now, including winning 2 in a row against Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. There's a good one coming up right now. Big game, Darvish against Wu. Wu has the record now. Every start he's gone at least 6 innings. I still don't trust him. I took plus 540 today to miss, and I took Kansas City to make plus 430 at Will Hill. It's down to 3 games. Kansas City's got a doable schedule. They also have 3 more against Seattle. So while Seattle is going through a bit of a funk here, still it's okay if you can take 2 out of 3 at home against the Friars. But I just think these prices are too high, and they're not giving Kansas City enough respect that it's plus 430 for them and a plus 540 for Seattle to miss. So I did that today.
Do you know how big of an abomination it is for Seattle if that actually cashes?
Oh, God, with that pitching staff? And that Kansas City was essentially out of it?
Well, plus the additions at the
deadline?
deadline?
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
like on paper, they're a better team than the Astros. They should win that division.
Yeah.
They're not going to win that division. They're not going to surpass Houston. And that will talk again. There you go. Hunter Brown all year long, pretty much at home, nails.
Yeah,
right,
31.
laying 380 in the game.
Yeah.
We're laughing it up yesterday. You got to lay 3.5 runs with the Astros to get plus money in the game. Like you couldn't. Good luck. You couldn't even get plus money on minus 2.5 runs. Never a chance to win the game. And now, it's like Valdez tonight laying higher than $3 against the same Rockies team.
Ow, he's lost 5 in a row. He's been terrible.
He's been awful.
Yeah. They have lost 5 straight starts by Valdez. And he's not getting run support, but he's also got an ERA of 6 in his last 3 starts. Mm-hmm. So I give the Rockies credit for not quitting and going out there and battling. And then we'll see, how about your guy tonight? Priester goes. They've won 15 in a row when he's been on the mound. He's 11-2 with a 3.44. And then in his last 12 starts, last 15 appearances, they won every game. In the last 12 starts, they're 10-0. And what he's doing, they're 12-0. He's 10-0.
Yeah.
So to win 15 in a row, and he goes today, I can't believe that what they've done here when this guy's out. He's like the good luck charm, and he's going against Nelson. So trying to make it 16 in a row when he's on the mound, they're only $1.40 at home. That seems way cheap.
Yeah, their prices they've been kind of out of whack pretty much the entire year.
And when they went to Atlanta, we're underdogs.
I know.
Yeah.
So I went back and looked at Priester's game log today, and he was not so sharp on July 4th. That was the game at Miami. But since then, he's only had really one bad start, and that was against the Mets 3 starts ago. And so if you don't count that July 4th game, I'll go from July 11th on, 5-0, 3.15 ERA. The FIP is 3.7. Guy's been really, really good. Nelson, he's had 6+ Ks in 4 out of his last 5 starts, but also 3, 4, and 5 earned runs allowed in his last 3. And on the season, again, he's pitching in Milwaukee tonight for the Diamondbacks. The road ERA is higher than 5. When he's at home for the Snakes, it's 2.42. The whip 30 points higher on the road as well. It seems to me like the Brewers' prices on a day-to-day basis have been like people, they're calling them the luckiest team in baseball by a mile. And I get it, right? The way they keep winning these games. But the prices don't make any sense. Aren't they the highest, the number 1 ROI team in?
Not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a bullet?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm also intrigued by the Reds and Dodgers coming up a little bit later on.
Because so Ohtani bobblehead all night.
And he's going. Mm-hmm. So Ohtani on the season now, check that. Last 2 starts, he's allowed 9 earned runs. He's recorded more than 12 outs only 1 time, and he recorded 13 in that game. His ERA, here's the thing, his ERA is 4.6 on the year, but the underlying numbers are much better, like the FIP is 2.06. The BABIP, he's getting super unlucky with balls in play, is 378. League average hovers around 300. And he's striking out more than 11.5 Ks per 9. I'm intrigued by Lodolo making his first start since August 4th.
I was going there too, yep.
In his 4 starts before that in July, the guy was absolutely brilliant.
You know, the Dodgers have a losing record against lefties. That's another thing too. So everything you say, co-sign. That he'd been so good, but now he's on this, it's been out there since August 4th, so.
And what do you think about this angle? Our buddy Chris Massaro has been bringing this up for a few weeks now. Ever since they brought Ohtani back to pitch, he told us, pay attention to the following days because he's only going He was the opener, then he was going 2 innings and 3, and now recently going like 4 innings in these games. They burned their entire bullpen. So this is something to monitor beyond his starts. Maybe he goes 5 innings today for the first time all year, but then track that and see what happens, because then for like later on in the week or after his next start, whatever he makes, and they have a game the next day, that's when you want to maybe pay attention to somehow fade the Dodgers overall. But as you said, big one coming up right now between the Padres and the Mariners. And I know, would you lay like $1.75 on Wu to record 18 outs?
Done at every start.
Done at every single start so far.
That's been the only thing that's a lock in Major League Baseball. Absolutely. You see Raleigh's the favorite MVP?
He should be.
Here we go. It's about time. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's a funny sport. Since July 24th, the A's have the second best record in baseball after they beat Detroit again. What a story. They can hit, too. You look, it's like, who are these guys pitching? I mean, they can't, and then this, what they do offensively every single game is nuts.
Odds are out at several books right now. Most wins in September.
That's right. Biggio, Eric Biggio put that up already at Caesars Will Hill.
Same here
at Circa. What was the price?
I'll look at the A's.
Right. Weird stuff happens in September.
Sure it does.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I won't put you off that. Our NFL betting guide 2.0 is out. Everyone with their updated futures, win totals, week 1 picks, get access to this and the college football betting guide as little as $9.99 with your first 30 days. VSiN.com/subscribe. See which subscription works best for you. $9.99 for 30 days. Come on. VSiN.com/subscribe. Let's go. Football's here.
Up next, we have some great nuggets in the NFL from teams going first to worst and worst to first in their divisions.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Good to have you on board here on a Wednesday. Loaded, awesome hour. Thanks to David Baker coming in studio, and thanks to you for watching on YouTube TV or listening on Sirius XM channel 158 or any terrestrial radio station where you can find VSiN. Now the VP of this great property, Mike Palm, joins us in studio. Good afternoon, Mike. Hey, pal.
Good afternoon, Mitch. Good afternoon, Paul. Very excited.
Hey, Mike.
Very excited about Sunday mornings now coming up, starting on September 7th.
You're going to be very excited to listen and watch.
I'm very excited to listen to you guys from 6 to 9. Absolutely.
I'm stoked for the show.
Yeah.
I know Pauly can't wait to do the show. It's going to be great.
Yeah. It'll be awesome.
It's not going to be Follow the Money.
Well, it can't be Follow the Money.
No, there's no way.
It's got to be.
With the dumb dog videos and all this nonsense.
Well, I'm glad you said it, but
get out of here.
It's got to be the NFL today.
Why would you want to hit every demographic? Come on. Why would you want that? Yes, you're right. Yeah, NFL today. Absolutely.
Should we have the tail of the tape?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brent would be okay with that.
He would be absolutely okay with
that. So the Mariners are in action right now, taking on the Padres. Okay. David Baker just said that he recently bought a ticket on the Mariners to win the World Series 16-1. Brian Wu is going again today. So if he makes it another, full inning, I think they're going to the bottom of the 5th right now. That'll be 26 consecutive starts. Every start this year where he's recorded at least 18 outs.
Yeah.
Right? If the Mariners make the playoffs, and Pauly's betting against that now at a big price, but if they do, Brian Wu has to go in game 1. If they're on the road, has to go game 1.
Well, I think so. I mean, remember what Framber did, 3 years ago when he had 29 consecutive quality starts, which means 6 innings or more and 3 earned runs or less. This kid is just about to do that again this year, but much more under the radar here. You and I have talked about this all season. We thought he was maybe their best pitcher, but their most consistent pitcher. I think he took that no-hitter into the 8th inning in New York, might have took a little bit out of him there for a couple of starts. But there's no doubt in my mind that and think about in a 3-game wild card. If they don't beat Houston, let's say they're in the wild, or if they do and they're the 3 seed and they have to play in the wild card round. I don't mind Wu, Kirby, Gilbert. Right?
I'm okay with that, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's got to be the path. Are you getting concerned at all about your Brewers?
Well, I don't like the news today. Every pitcher's got a problem, right?
McGill's
Priester's
on the
not
IL.
starting tonight.
No, they're going to go with an opener. McGill's on the IL.
McGill's on the IL, and we're waiting for Pat Murphy to update us on the Priester situation. As far as I know, about 20 minutes ago is the last I saw, so a little bit concerning. But this could be the magic year for them, Mitch. This could finally be it.
I hope so.
A lot of things are going right.
Yeah, they're having a lot of breaks are going the way. It almost reminds me of those Giants teams almost now in the early 2010s. Let me run this by you. This was taken off today on social media by storm, and it's at DraftKings. They posted this, and a lot of gamblers have been talking about it, saying, you got to be kidding me. So it reads as such: any past posted bets or any bets accepted by DraftKings at the time of or after an announcement has been made or information has been released where A, the announcement or information affects the odds for the bet, and B, the odds for the bet had not yet been updated on the DK platform to reflect the announcement or information. For example, only if an announcement is made that the starting running back of a football game is not going to play in the game, any bets on the backup running back accepted after such announcement was made, but before the odds on such backup running back have been updated on the DraftKings platform to reflect the announcement, is an error. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are there's a lot of questions that come out of that statement. What are they defining here? What's their time frame that they get? Do they get 4 hours to move the line? And you can make all the bets you want, but they can cancel them as soon as they decide to move the line? What other bets? Is it just a backup running back? Let's give a situation where Josh Allen doesn't start for the Bills. The line's going to move 7 points. You have that information before them. Then the information comes out. They can cancel every bet on the Bills, on the total, on everything, the sides. I mean, it doesn't tell me anything. I don't know. They have to be able to define that to defend their position. And that's undefinable to me right now.
You said something good, too, before, that you're penalizing someone putting the work.
Good info.
Yeah, good info.
The guys that get good info.
You're doing the work, right? Sure.
A big part of this game, isn't it?
That's right.
To get the info first. And when they beat us to it, hey, you win. I mean, you got the info.
Yeah.
The info doesn't always win, right? But the info informs you of your bet. Doesn't mean that the bet has to win. But that's why our people are charged with trying to stay ahead of the info. That's why we take such small bets on the draft and things like that.
Sure.
Because the bettors are better with the info than we are.
Does that qualify as past post?
That's two separate things. I mean, past post is to bet an event that's already started
exactly
or concluded.
Right. This is
two
different than
things.
that.
It shouldn't be included in that statement.
We're also, and by the way, back after this now, awesome follow on X. Been tweeting Pauly and me the last couple of days.
Yeah, dog.
They want us to go. He wants us to go scorched earth on DK. They evidently moved their teasers. People were also asking me this week. It looked like they removed teasers from their platform. But Funhouse said that they moved 2 team 6-pointers to minus 135. I responded, would you believe it if I told you that sportsbooks in Las Vegas are higher than that? You guys are higher than minus 135 on teasers.
We are. We're 140. You have to, I mean, obviously the offshore is better. I mean, you're looking at 120, 130, 140 offshore, sometimes even 110 on the 6-point teaser. When you're looking at most places are what DraftKings are going to when you're here in Nevada. So I wouldn't trash them for that. We can't.
You can't, no.
It's a big glass house we living in here, Mitch. Big glass house.
Yeah, I mean, just look right here, 3 feet behind us.
Yeah.
A lot of glass, right?
A lot of glass.
That happened years ago out here in Las Vegas, where you basically said the Wong teasers, no, we're done with those. We got beat up on those for too long, where they used to be minus 110.
Yeah, and then they're a profitable bet. And so, I mean, if people want to bet them, they're going to have to lay the juice or find those places that have the lower juice. So we don't particularly want to be big in the teaser game. I'll just be honest with you.
No, sure.
So that's why we
that's
offer
what you're
those
saying
prices
to the customers, yeah.
Of course, that's what we're saying to the customers. And so, if you'd like to bet them, you can. I know guys that love to bet big teasers, and when they came in when we first opened, we said this probably isn't the place for you.
Yeah, interesting. We haven't seen you in a while, and we haven't seen Derek in a month.
Me 2 weeks, him a month. Let's be clear. There's a big difference.
Thank you.
I was gone. Well, I got bumped for the 18-hour draft that you guys did,
true.
and that's not my fault the one time.
That's true. Where are we at? Where are we trending with the contests here?
I didn't.
We're right around.
Wasn't
the
sure
corner.
you were going to ask, Paul, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Grandissimo, we're at 23. 3 people have wired money in, though, and that will be coming out this weekend. So we expect to be at 26 by Saturday or Sunday. And who else pops in that we never heard of, right? I mean, the stories, there's people that have no association with Circa or Derek Stevens that we've met that come in to do this contest that just heard about it, right? That weren't just big players and said, I was craving for another contest. So it's wild, the stories. I don't know if Derek told you that he hasn't been on. So, I mean, this was last week when we were in Kentucky, where we flew to Nashville and went to Kentucky. Like, we get the text, another Grandissimo just came in. Who was it? It was a guy that lives in Miami, owns a business, was vacationing in Salt Lake City, and saw something online about this contest, so booked a quick flight to Las Vegas, came down,
Wow.
put 110,000, Grandissimo and 10 survivors back to Salt Lake City for the rest of his vacation. Like just a random person, no association.
Holy smokes.
You were thinking, can I get to 15? I probably get 35 now.
I said 30 from the beginning.
You did.
I did. I thought there would be enough.
You did, yeah.
I never sweated 15 because the poker players would gobble it up if there was an overlay. Okay.
Does it touch 35?
I think that's probably the number right now, like 34 and a half should be. Here's a pretty sharp number.
How about the big boy?
Well, no, let's build up the drama. The Millions were 78 ahead of pace same day last year, pacing to come in at 59.50, so just short of the 6 again. You know, we had a great contest sign-up weekend, but it was hard to keep pace with 42% over, right? I mean, we did over 1,000 on Saturday, but that's not 42% over or on Friday. That's not 42% over what Friday last year was. So right now we sit at 36.4% ahead, and if you extrapolate that, it's 19.35 million. That's what we're pacing. Who knows? But you know, the last days when we were doing $1 million a day, it's hard to go up 50% on those days. So
right.
I would. Jeff Benson's putting it between 18 and 19.5. I'm still crossing my fingers. Maybe we can get to 20, but we'll know more this weekend than next weekend.
Yeah.
We'll know more this Sunday whether we're going to get to 20 or not, in my opinion.
Yeah, it might be a little bit short because of what you said.
The people out there are they're dying on that hill, 20.
Yeah.
All the proxies are saying you're getting to 20.
Well, I tend to believe them. They're
Yeah,
more
they
invested
see.
in it than we are.
Sure, absolutely. Very good. Congrats on Missouri as well.
What a shocker, huh?
Yeah, how big?
I can't believe that.
USA, Russia? How
I
big do you think?
thought it was 40 to 1.
Wow.
Well, let me ask you a question, Paul. You're sitting on the Missouri Gaming Board, right? And FanDuel comes up there and says, we estimate to do $400 million in revenue in year one in 2026. It's a 10% tax state, so we're going to give you $40 million. DraftKings didn't give a number, but what were they going to give you? $30 million, $35 million? What was Circa going to give you? $500,000? I mean, so when you think about the fiduciary responsibility, but Derek made a very persuasive argument. Our customer is a conquest customer. It's something that maybe we're taking from an offshore book or we're taking from a local bookmaker that we can bring to the state of Missouri. So, very good.
Pulled it off.
He pulled it
That's
off.
state number 6?
State number 6. I think Arizona will be 7 in 2026 would be my bet.
Oh, that'd be big. Okay.
Good job.
All right. It's Follow the Money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mike Palm in studio with us, VP of this great property here. Up next, You Cannot Be Serious. He has the most egregious case of overcharging ever. I can't wait to hear what this is, along with you. Next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
It's been a couple of weeks since Mike Palm joined us in studio. Very busy with the travels. You've missed it. I've missed it. Pauly's missed it. Everybody has. Now it's time for You Cannot Be Serious.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious.
All right, number 1 this week is selective prosecution. On August 5th, Charles Burgess, a 32-year-old Ohio man who is a father of 6 and owns an auto body shop, became the latest perpetrator of throwing a sex object onto the floor during a WNBA game, this time between the visiting Dallas Wings and the host New York Liberty. After a warrant for his arrest was issued, Burgess drove from Ohio to New York City to surrender himself to the police. I'm not sure he realized what he would be charged with before he made that decision for that long drive. Kings County, listen to this, has charged Burgess with the following: interference with a professional sporting event, very legitimate; harassment in the 2nd degree; attempted assault in the 2nd degree; assault in the 3rd degree; menacing in the 2nd degree; reckless endangerment in the 2nd degree; obscenity in the 3rd degree; and listen to this one: criminal possession of a weapon.
Oh!
In the 4th degree. I think this is selective prosecution. Has this rule always been enforced? How did Milton Berle ever go to those Friars Clubs roast in New York City? How did Pete Davidson was on Saturday Night Live for 8 years? How was that allowed? Criminal possession of a weapon. This has to be a 2-part SVU. It just has to be. New York City, Kings County.
You cannot be serious.
Looney Tunes is number 2 on our list. Thursday, August 21st, last Thursday. This is Davenport, Iowa, God's country. High A ball, Paul. Quad City River Bandits, that's a Kansas City Royals organization, hosting the Great Lakes Loons from the LA Dodgers. Well, it was a tough top of the 7th inning for umpire Ricky Arendendo. Controversial ball 4 call, a not foul ball call, and a balk led to the ejection of the catcher first, then the manager for the Quad City River Bandits, and finally the home plate umpire ejected, that's right, the ball boy. I don't know if you've seen the video of this, but he calls for more balls, and the ball boy comes out and slams 3 into his hand and slams 3 into his mask, and he runs him off. I mean, people are saying this umpire's out of line. This is an auxiliary personnel. The ball boy can't argue balls and strikes. What's next? The ground crew riding him? I mean, don't be outraged at the umpire. Be outraged at this kid's parent. I can't get the name. He's a minor, so they wouldn't release the name. Be outraged at this kid's parents. Be outraged at the organization. Why would you blow a job like that? Quad City River Bandits.
You cannot be serious.
And a more ridiculous thing is Wilson Contreras. And I'm surprised this was only 6 games. If you watch the pitch, okay, so he's at bat against the Pirates on Monday night, and on a 2-strike pitch, which is right down the middle, he gets called out. Now, I don't know what was said, but as he walked away and going towards the dugout, home plate umpire Derek Thomas ejected him. Well, now he comes charging at Thomas. Head coach Ali Marmol had to hold him back. Here come all the other coaches to hold him back. Now they're screaming profanities at each other. Crew chief Jordan Baker said in his report to the pool reporters that Contreras said some vulgar stuff to the home plate umpire Thomas. Well, anyhow, what does Contreras try to do? He tries to throw his bat at Thomas and instead hits his own hitting coach, Brant Brown. Then goes to the dugout and throws all the chewing gum out onto the field, the boxes of high C. I'm really surprised he only got 6 games from Major League Baseball. I'd have given him more. He's appealing his suspension, so he's playing while the suspension rides out. But this is a terrible look for anybody. Wilson Contreras.
You cannot be serious.
Good job, Mike.
Very good.
What'd you think of the Medvedev-Bonzi thing?
Well, first of all, why would the crowd do that for 8 minutes? That's a ridiculous reaction from the crowd.
How about you serve, though?
Well,
Come on. It wasn't that loud.
I
thought he was being a baby.
Well, but Medvedev is being psychotic. I mean,
Oh,
with
that's
this
true.
whole thing. I thought,
Well,
Medvedev was out. Bonzi played himself into that position, but he still came back and got him in straight.
hard things.
But what about the photographer trying to
Well,
leave?
what's he doing?
What's he doing?
I
Trying to
know.
leave early?
Come on.
Ludicrous. I missed this because I was gone for 2 weeks. How about the kid umpire in St. Louis during that series? I was going to do about 8 minutes on this. Did you watch this? He's like a 12-year-old kid. He dressed up as an umpire and stood behind home plate and did motions. They showed it on TV every inning, 3 straight nights. Friday, I would have been nuts if I was sitting there. I mean, they're completely going away for it. It's a cute little story. Yeah, I get it. I was an umpire growing up, but that was ludicrous amount of coverage.
3 straight games?
Yes, every night of it, too. And then, of course, on ESPN was the Sunday night, so it had to be on ESPN.
Yeah.
By the way, Harry Wendelstedt school closing. Hunter Wendelstedt shutting it down after 50 years. The #1 producer of Major League Baseball umpires.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Damn.
I thought you were going to go Justin Bieber, the kid who was impersonating him out here in Las Vegas.
No.
And then he was stunned when they wouldn't comp him his tab.
Oh, it's over. The streak's over.
Is he out of the game?
They pulled him.
What?
Two outs.
Bases loaded?
They took Wu out of the game.
Upbeat.
there you
Bases
go.
loaded,
He
though.
couldn't go 6.
No, not going to go over the outs prop today.
Oh, wow.
First time all year.
Oh, man. That's tough.
Cruising along through 5.
Damn. Now they got to win the game. That's I still say the best deal and the most underrated place to stay in town is a Golden Gate. Goes back, oldest hotel casino. The suites are awesome. You get the penthouse. You got the the grill out there. It's phenomenal. How about the update though on September 7th that they're going to take out the table games and what was this decision like with management? How do you guys see this? That the 3-card poker out, and we're going to change things at the Golden Gate, the iconic Golden Gate.
Well, yeah, iconic. The #1 first hotel in Nevada, 1 Fremont Street, and the phone number 1906. So very historic, and of course, it was the first in Las Vegas that had the dancing dealers too. So another very historic thing. The Rat Pack used to hang out there. Look, it's a result of this increasing cost of labor, and as you know, table games is very labor intensive. And Nevada is not a state where you count tips into the minimum wage like Michigan does. So it's irrelevant how much tips you make when this federal minimum wage law keeps going up. So even for the dealers or valets who are highly tipped positions, it still goes up. So it was tough to fight. And to be honest with you, we could have deployed that staff that's there to open up games that we weren't able to open up at Circa and the D, especially the D with craps, right? Because we were having a hard time opening the second table. You take the craps crew and you put it down there, and you always have 2 tables there. And it will be replaced by electronic table games. We have some exciting ideas. You'll see these coming out on what we're going to do every night at the Golden Gate to make it really a party atmosphere. So it's the end of a nostalgic era. I know I've been watching online, all the girls that were dancing dealers over the years, seeing that it's ending, reacting to it. There's 18 different dancing dealers that are featured on chips there. So people have been coming in. So if you want to come in and get any of those chips with the girls, they still have complete sets of 18 of $5 chips. You can still come in and get them till September 7th. That's a Sunday night. The last hand's probably going to be, 9, 10 o'clock at night, opening night of football as well. So you'll still be able to play all the electronic table games, and hopefully we'll be able to replace the energy of table games and make it even better over there.
Very good.
Okay, so college football tomorrow. Boise State's going to be in action at this time, right, during our show. Mm-hmm. Are you guys flooded with South Florida money?
South Florida. Explain it to me.
Mike,
will you explain it to me?
Hard Rock's down to 5. Several books at 5.5.
Explain it to me.
Don't you have to bet Boise?
I don't. And then I was doing an interview this morning. They said, last year we thought Boise was a free square. Are they going to be a free square to win and get into the playoff again this year? I mean, I look at UNLV. They should have lost to Idaho. I don't know that there's another team in the Mountain West that's really going to compete with them, and they're probably going to be a 14, 17-point favorite in a Mountain West championship game, right? San Jose State's got an easy schedule, but they'll be a 2-touchdown underdog to them. On principle, I think I have to play Boise here. I know the trend is if it's 2 Division I schools and you're getting points at home in week 1, that it hits like 61%, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you see out of South Florida to say that they're going to be competitive in this game or that they could beat Boise to see this kind of movement.
Quickly here, I asked Pauly this earlier. What's the number of Genties back this year? It opened 10. Is it down? Is it 7.5? Like, what's he worth?
He can't be worth more than 4.
He
can't be. It's a running back. He can't be worth more than 4.
The best season all time, though.
So it's still running. You're still running the football. I would say it's Friday night. I laid this number already.
Okay.
It's a must-win game for the Sparks hosting the Fever. I laid 1.5 with the Sparks in L.A. Friday night.
Okay.
Is Jackson playing?
I don't know, but I was shocked that the Fever put that performance on against the Storm last night.
Very
but this
good.
is a must-win now. Must win for the Sparks.
All right, A-. Think you're better than the experts? Prove it in the Edge Boost Average Joe contest. Same format as a Circa Friday Football Invitational. Contestants are average Joes instead of the pros. Free to play. Register anytime throughout the season to be eligible for weekly and quarterly prizes. The grand prize, a spot in next year's field. Sign up now, vsin.com/Joe.
We will get into tonight's Major League Baseball card coming up next on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Time for some best bets in Week 1 college football here. Fresh off of his trip to the islands, Maui, Matt Humans joins the program now on the Progressive Guest Line. Matt, that was awesome last weekend with you and Tim out there for the Hawaii-Stanford game.
Yeah, it was. It was a great trip to Hawaii. I just got back this morning, but a lot of thanks to Timmy Chang, Hawaii football coach, and a lot of people around the Hawaii athletic department for helping us pull that thing off. And it's funny how a 24/7 sports betting network was welcomed with open arms to a college football campus.
Yeah.
They were thrilled that we were, broadcasting out there on Friday and Saturday, and that was great to see. It was great for VSiN to hit the road, and it's also nice to see, the sports betting network being accepted on college campuses like that.
Well said. Have you signed up for the college football contest at the Westgate yet? And how many entries do they have as we speak?
I signed up probably about 3 weeks ago. I got 5 entries. I was talking about this with Paul Stone. I don't know what the right number of entries is, but I really didn't want 10. I don't want to fill out 10 entries in that thing. I don't know how many different cards you can come up with every week, but I went with 5. And I just spoke with Jeff Sherman over at the Westgate about a half hour ago. And Westgate's had 917 on the Super Contest College.
Ooh.
I know initially I predicted 3,000 entries. I think Chris Massero came in and predicted 4,500, and Rex Beyer said 5,000. We're all going to be way off on this. It's going to get over 1,000. And one really attractive thing about this contest, I was talking with John Murray about it too, you can put your plays in on the app. You don't have to go in every week. I really think some of the aspects of this contest have been underreported. The Westgate's not marketing it. You know, if you look at the circuit contest, the way the numbers are exploding, and we're sitting there, we're surrounded by it every day, and I thought that might happen with the Westgate College contest. It did not. The Westgate's put zero marketing dollars into its contest, kind of relying on social media and networks like ours to promote the contest. And like John Murray said, it's not going to get there in the first year. He thinks the interest is really going to peak in year 2 and year 3, but it looks like it's going to get over 1,000.
I'll agree with what he said at the end. Absolutely. Okay, UNLV almost lost as a 30-point favorite. Now they hit the road Friday to take on Sam Houston. They're pretty good. They did a better job offensive, at least what I thought, because they were so bad last year on offense. But Sam Houston had some success against Western Kentucky. What do you think of the UNLV laying doubles here?
I think it's too many. I took 10.5 with the Bearcats with a K. Hey, they led Western Kentucky 24-20 early in the third quarter. Ran out of steam, gave up the last 21 points of game. But if you look at Hunter Watson, their quarterback, he had 300 total yards, 209 passing, 91 rushing. Alton McCaskill was a good running back, 72 yards, 6.5 per carry. And the Sam Houston run defense was sturdy, allowed 105 yards on 35 carries, 3.0 per carry. The pass defense is what got exposed for 401 yards. But I don't think UNLV's quarterbacks can expose that pass defense. If you watch Anthony Calandra and Alex Orji in the first game, they're not going to light up defenses through the air. I think this UNLV defense has got some serious problems. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rebels drop this game on the road. I think there's still a 10 out there you can get. But this is going to be a really tricky spot. I would be surprised if the Rebels do cover this on the road. I like Sam Houston plus the points.
Matt, what do you make of the Boise number as of right now playing at South Florida? That game's going to be like in the second quarter at this time tomorrow. It starts at 5:30 Eastern. And again, down to 5.5 at a lot of books now, opened up at 10. And we've kicked this around several times on the show today. Like, what's that number right now if Genty actually was back and playing with Boise this year?
That's good. Right now, the number if Genty was back would be definitely over 10 where it opened. I think, what do you think it would be, 11? 11 and a half?
There's no way it would be this. I mean, come on.
It would not be dropping.
Absolutely not. No way.
No, it would not be dropping. And here's the thing. I talked about this on our show last week. The heat and the humidity in South Florida is really going to get to the Boise Broncos in the second half of this game. There's no way you can simulate this and practice. If you've been down in Tampa, and I know you guys have, it's suffocating, the humidity and the heat. And that's I think, going to be a big issue. It's something I'm going to look at as a live bet in the second half of this game. Now, if you had Ashton Genty on the field, he could wear down the South Florida defense, and he could kind of slow that game down, shorten the clock. And I think Boise would have a much better chance of pulling it off. My problem here is I like South Florida in this game initially, getting 10. And this number's dropped all the way to 5.5. It's getting to the point where I might actually think about putting something on Boise tonight. I got to look at this game a little bit more, but I'm a little disappointed in myself that I didn't grab the 10 with South Florida initially, so now I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the game.
You think Buffalo is feisty when they take on the Golden Gophers, catching 17.5, 18?
Yeah, I do. I actually bet Buffalo too. Pete Limbo's a good coach. Won 9 games with Buffalo last year. Taquan Roberson, a quarterback, Al-Jay Henderson, a running back, 2 of the best at their position in the MAC. They also got a strong defensive front, talking about the Buffalo Bulls. Kobe Stewart, Deion Crawford had a combined 18 sacks last year. This is a really good Buffalo team. And I know Minnesota looks good on paper, but I think Minnesota's got a lot of new pieces that I've still got some questions about here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a MAC underdog that puts a big scare into the Big Ten favorite here. I did take, I took 18 with Buffalo.
Sounds good. Big opportunity here for the MAC. How about Toledo? Now it's 9.5 against Kentucky.
You know what? Toledo, I think Kentucky's going to be the worst or second worst team in the SEC this year. And I bet Kentucky under its win total of 4.5. I don't think Mark Stoops has got much here. He's relying on a seventh-year journeyman quarterback, and if you look at they lost some key guys in the transfer portal. I don't think they brought enough in. I think Mark Stoops is running on fumes. This is going to be his last year at Kentucky. Hey, Toledo beat Mississippi State, beat Pitt last year. I don't see why the Rockets can't win this game. This is another MAC underdog I like here. I did take Toledo in the points.
All right, you saw him win and cover Saturday. What do you think of Hawaii now in a 7.5-point move from the opener? Arizona 17.5 against Hawaii.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. Hawaii covered, and I'm still sweating. I'm sweating that one out on Saturday, and still sweating that one out. That was a great win to get, but it was not easy. And I'll tell you this: I think this is a horrible spot for Hawaii. Yeah. That team, Rainbow Warriors, put so much into that game. We mentioned several times it's kind of like their Super Bowl. They put so much into it, and to win the game the way they did, I think they're spent. I don't know if they're going to have much in the tank when they go to Tucson. And I know Micah Alejado gutted things out on that bad right foot and helped Hawaii pull out that game 23-20. I don't know how much he's going to be able to do this week. I know he was in a boot a couple days ago. He was out on the practice field today throwing, and he looked okay. But I don't think he's going to have the mobility, and I think Arizona is going to be well prepared for this game. It's at the point now. You could have laid 13.5. The number's up to 17.5. I'm not going to lay it at this point, but I'm not going to make an argument if you want to lay it because I think Hawaii is most likely to get blown out in this game in Tucson.
Mm-hmm. Matt Human's our guest here on the Progressive Guest Line. Follow the money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Sunday night, a bunch of us are going to be hanging out. Paul Stone has a cabana here at Stadium Swim. If you're out here,
right.
come on out and say hello. And we're going to be watching the Notre Dame-Miami game. The screen right now, by the way, is this correct? South Point has a 3 on the game. Are you interested here in the home dog?
I just bet it. Actually, about an hour ago, Circa had 3. A couple other books had 3. I took Miami +3. I hate the coach. I don't really like the quarterback, but I'm going to take the Hurricanes +3. And I know Chris the Bear Felique is on the Hurricanes side too. Now he's a Hurricanes homer. That's where he went to school. But at the same time, I think the underdog +3 is a sharper play here. Look, I started watching Notre Dame football when I was about 1 year old, and Irish had never played well at Miami. Not that directly correlates to handicapping this game, but I've watched Irish go down to Miami 6 times and go 0-6 against the spread and have not been very competitive in some of those games. You're going down there with C.J. Carr, a freshman quarterback, who's has not been lighting it up in camp. I think Irish coaches were a little bit concerned that C.J. Carr didn't look better in camp. Jeremiah Love's a dynamic running back, but again, he's facing a pretty good Miami defensive front here. Quarterback's got to make some plays. I think this probably be a pick'em game, similar to how I felt about Iowa State, K-State last week. I'm taking the Hurricanes +3 here, even though I don't like Mario Cristobal or Carson Beck. I think the number's a little bit off, and Irish are going to have to prove it to me with C.J. Carr here.
Matt, 30 seconds here. It looks like a lot more money coming in on Texas. That 2.5 is gone at most spots. You can still find it at FanDuel and maybe another book. Are you part of that? Do you like them +2.5?
I've already bet Texas +2.5. I got them +120 as well. Hey, Saturday night, I'm going to go to the Utah-UCLA game at the Rose Bowl. That's a late kickoff, 8 p.m. I'm taking the points with UCLA. I think I'm going to take the points with the home dog in that spot. I'll be back to Circus Sunday afternoon to see you guys out of Paul Stone's cabana at the pool. And Mitch, I'm going to be with you here. I also want to play LSU plus the points against Clemson, but I want LSU +4. Yeah. And I'm not sure there's a 4 out there right now.
All right, pal. Thank you. We appreciate it as always.
You bet. Thanks.
Matt Humans on X, Matt Humans 24/7 in Pocket Plays coming up next here on Follow the Money.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. That's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter.com/zip.